Hey, this is Sincerely Lorraine here with a new video. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everyone. I'm so excited to be back and making a new video for y'all today. I just got out of church and had a great service, and it was really touching for me. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that story, but you should definitely read Jonah in the Bible. It is a great story and will touch you and help you and will make you obey God. Today I want to talk about saying yes to God's will and obeying God and not living for your own desires, but living the life that the Lord has planned for you over your own desires. Sometimes we may desire relationships or things that are not right or God's plan for us, but we have to be strong enough to say no and rebuke anything that is not of God or from God. Of course, many opportunities will come to you in life, and some of them will not be from God. You do not have to say yes to every opportunity that you get. So what I would advise you to do is to pray and ask God for discernment and ask God for guidance before making any decisions, whether it's financially, a relationship, a house, moving, going to school, wherever it may be, whatever it is, you have got to pray and ask God for guidance and get Him and His opinion first before you get into a relationship with someone. You need to pray about this person, a job, whatever it may be. Always give everything over to God first before you make a decision, so that you know that it's from God. When God tells you yes, you're gonna know, and it's gonna feel good. It's just gonna be smooth. It's smooth, easy process when it's from God. But when it's not from God, you're gonna have some bumps, and it's gonna just be hard, and you're gonna feel bad about it. You're not gonna be happy about something that's not sent from God. And I want to tell you guys a testimony about me. I was praying about 2 weeks ago extremely hard for my husband to find me, because I have been single and I am 26. I have not dated in about a year now. I've been waiting, and I told God I want the next man that you send me to be my husband. So I've been like holding off on dating people that I don't see myself marrying. And I've just been saying no to a lot of guys who have approached me in the past year that I felt like I couldn't see myself marrying. So today I just want to tell you guys a testimony of how I actually had an experience with an ex out of nowhere. I prayed 2 weeks ago for my husband to come into my life and for him to just be ready to be with only me and nobody else. So you guys, be very careful when an ex pops up in your life, because most of the time when it doesn't work out in a relationship with someone, it's not God's will. If God allows a person to leave or reject you, if they try to come back, 99.9% of the time, it's not God's will, and it's the devil sending this ex back to get you off track and cause you to sin, cause you to fall away from God, and miss out on the person that He may have ordained for you to marry. So I had an ex reach out to me who I dated back in 2019. We met on Tinder. That's why I do not recommend using Tinder, guys. This was when I was younger. I think I was like 21. I didn't know much about it, and I just knew that it was a dating app. So I got on there, hoping that I would just find a boyfriend, somebody that was ready for a relationship. And I ended up swiping right on somebody that had the same last name as me, and we just had a lot in common, and we got along very well in the beginning. And we ended up going out for my birthday. This person met my sister and her boyfriend at the time, and we had like this double date. Everything went great, and I told the guy on the first date that I was a virgin, because I knew he was a football player, and he, of course, a lot of athletes do get girls easily on campus, and they're able to date girls and stuff like that. So I just wanted to let him know, because I didn't go to that school. He was going to Mouse College, and I didn't go there. So I just wanted to be clear with him that we weren't going to be able to have sex or anything, but we could be together. But I wasn't that type of girl. I wasn't willing to have sex with him while he was in college and all of that. And he was like, okay, it's cool, whatever, I like your vibe. So yeah, we continued to date, and we went out for my birthday, as I already told y'all, and things went great. But the next day, we were supposed to go to a basketball game at his school, And he ended up telling me that night that he was not ready to be with me because he wanted to be with someone that was already having sex. And I was like, why did you wait 2 weeks later when I told you that I was, you know, a virgin in the beginning? But I was like, okay, I understand. It's just I can't do that with you because, you know, I don't think God would be okay with that. So I let him go. I never talked to him again. I deleted him off Snapchat. That's where we talked most of the time. We did text, but Snapchat was his go-to, so we use Snapchat a lot. And I just let him go. I never cared to like reach out to him or talk to him anymore. Then out of nowhere, guys, I literally was in here in my room praying. I think I was in my living room praying super hard like 2 weeks ago for God to send my husband, and I'm just ready to be in a marriage, and you know, I'm ready to be with the person that you have called for me to be with. Lord, can you send this person? And I kept praying for him and throughout the whole day. And then out of nowhere, this ex of mine popped up and added me on Snapchat again. So in my mind, I'm thinking, what if this is the right guy? It was just bad timing. So I opened my Snapchat and he writes me and he was like, wow, I'm just reminiscing about how much we used to be in love. And he was like, he wants to rekindle the relationship and everything that we had, and he wants me to move with him. And the man invited me, y'all. He lives all the way in Arizona. He invited me to come to his game. He was saying how he plays arena football now. He invited to fly me out for a whole week and to stay with him in Texas while he plays football, and to get me tickets in the front line so that I can be out there for him. And he said he wanted me to just come to the game, and he would take me out on all these dates and everything like that. We can go anywhere I want to go. And he wanted to take me to this high school, this famous high school that was in a movie, and all of these things. And it sounded so good, y'all. Like, it was like, oh wow, this is what I prayed for. He wants to fly me out. He wants to take me to this game and sit at the front row or whatever, watch him play football. And then we're gonna spend a whole week in Texas together and go on all these dates and stuff, go to the mall. And it sounded so good, but I was like, hold on. Now, if you're thinking that I'm gonna come out here and spend a night with you for a whole 7 days and this man ain't gonna try to sleep with me, like, y'all know that ain't from God, because a man that knows that you're still a virgin, you know, cannot expect you to fly out for a whole week. Okay, so of course, if a guy flies you out for a whole week, he's gonna expect sex. I don't care who it is, because we haven't talked in years, like 5 years literally. And he came out of the blue just offering me this flight, this game, tickets to a game. He paying for the flight, then he wants to take me out and pay for like all my food for the whole week that I'm there. And you think he's not going to expect anything? And when I offered to talk to him over the phone about like this whole plan and everything, you know, at first I was like, okay, this sounds good. Let's talk over the phone about it first, because I wanted to tell him on the phone, hey, I'm still a virgin. So if you decide to fly me out, just realize, you know, ain't nothing going down like that. But he was like, how did you sleep? Like, he changed the whole subject when I was asking to talk on the phone with him. I offered that we should talk on the phone, and he changed the whole subject. So that showed me that he was not serious about me. He was just coming back to my life to link up, and that's not what I'm looking for. I'm waiting for a righteous, godly relationship where me and this person can get to know each other and take our time and build something serious. So going back to someone in my past would have definitely been a bad mistake. So I blocked him off of Snapchat. I stopped communicating with my ex, and to turn out, this man didn't even have his own apartment or anything, and we're both 26. So he's been playing around with girls, and now he wants to come to me and settle down. But to be honest, he doesn't even have a place for us to live, and there would really be no reason to fly down there for a whole week and come back to Alabama if he does not have anything there for me to go to and to stay there with. He did mention that he wanted me to move to Vegas with him, where he would get a place eventually, but I told him that, you know, you should consider waiting until you get your place first, and then we can discuss living together. But he was trying to rush everything like he did in the beginning, and he just was moving too fast, and that did not sound like it was coming from God. It sounded like a worldly relationship that I'm not trying to get involved in, because I've honestly I've honestly gotten used and accustomed to being on my own. And until I meet someone who is willing to be patient and wait and go about this God's way and be celibate from sex until we are married, then I don't want to date the person, because I do not believe in fornicating. I believe that you should wait until you're married before moving in together or having sex, because it's not right. And my relationship with God has gotten stronger over the years while I've been single, and I've just been enjoying the time that I've spent with God. I am ready to be in a relationship and get married, but I want to do this God's way. And if the person is not willing to be on the same page with me, then I'm not going to be with them, period. So not even as friends, because having guy friends can delay your husband. When God wants you to wait for your husband, you can't have all these different male friends and still be going out and partying and living a lifestyle of a single person that's mingling, when you're supposed to be waiting on your God ordained spouse. So the man can pop up at any time, and if your life is not in order, then you may not be ready to be the wife that you're supposed to be when he pops up. So I totally deleted his Snapchat, and I blocked him off my Facebook, because I think he may have been on my Facebook. He knew a lot of things about me that I didn't tell him. So he's been watching my social media. And this was just an ex that I really didn't even date long, that popped up after I prayed for my husband. So today my testimony is, ladies and gentlemen, if you are waiting for your spouse, just continue to stay prayed up and be careful. Pray also for discernment to be able to tell if this person is not right for you before you date them. And the signs are going to be there. The red flags are going to be there. If this person is missing the traits that you need and want in a person, then you're going to see them immediately. And if they have the traits that you want, you're going to see them. It's just going to show, okay? And it's going to be quick. You're not going to have to date this person for years and years before you start seeing red flags. You're going to see them immediately, because God will open your eyes when you're living in alignment with him and let you see things that you need to see. And going a week away from my family to be with some guy from the past that I haven't talked to in years is not God. God did not send him to me. And I'm just thankful that God gave me the strength to block him and keep waiting for the right man, because when the right man comes, I know he won't be willing to just take me away for a whole week and risk, trying to take my virginity and things like that, knowing that I'm waiting until marriage. I want somebody that's going to respect that I'm waiting until marriage before sex. And I know it's going to take time, but I'm willing to wait however long it takes. And I want you, ladies and gentlemen, to do the same thing. Don't let anyone rush you into sex or sexual acts without being married, because 99% of the time it does not work out. Some people get married, but a lot of people don't. And when the devil gets in, he can corrupt the relationship and ruin it. Lust is not good to open up early in a relationship. You have to have love, trust, and things have to be built before sex. And you can't have a relationship built on just sex, because it will not last. There has to be feelings, emotional feelings have to be there, spiritual guidance from the Lord. God has to be in that relationship to strengthen it. You have to have God, the husband, and then the wife. And if those three are not intact, then the relationship will not last. And that's why you see a lot of relationships falling apart, because they're not based on love, they're based on sex. And that's when the cheating comes in, because you have people out here trying to get the qualities that they need in other people, because they don't see it in the person that they're with sexually, because they don't have those traits, because they're not your kingdom spouse. It wasn't God ordained. So that's what causes cheating. There are certain things missing in that person because you like them for just sex. So you go out looking for someone else to give you the other qualities that you want in a woman or a man, when the whole time you weren't supposed to be with this person anyway. So if you're in a relationship that's not from God, pray for strength to leave and let God send you the right person so that you can get married and be happy and have a wonderful relationship. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I will have more videos coming, and I hope this advice helped y'all. Thank you. Bye.